Hi everyone, I wanted to come in and explain quickly that after the henna has released in my hair for 4 hours, I am now able to go in and wash it out with water and my bare hands. It's not going to stain my hands because the dye has already been released in my hair. But if you are worried about it still staining your hands, then you can go in with a glove whilst you are washing the henna out. Hi everyone, so I am done washing my hair. I'm about to move on and deep condition my hair. So I use 4 different deep conditioners depending on the wash day that I'm having. So if it is my first wash of the month, I wash my hair twice a month. So if it is my first wash of the month, I will go in with Shea Moisture's Amla Oil Bond Repair. I will go in with this. I go in with this and I mix it with Camilla Rose's Black Castor Oil and Shea Bay Deep Conditioner. I mix these two together in a container with an oil, if it is my first wash day of the month. However, if it is my second wash day of the month, because typically during that time I will use henna on my hair would be very strong and very dry. If I'm going to be honest, because henna is very dry, and I will go in with a very intensive hydration or moisturizing mask. I will go in with this by Shea Moisture, the Honey, Manuka and Muffler Oil Intensive Hydration Mask. I will go in with this one and I will mix it with this one, the TGIN Honey Miracle Hair Mask. I will go in with these two, my second wash day of the month. So I use these two for the first wash day and I use these two for the second wash day. I always mix it with an oil. Currently, the oil that I am using is this by Naya's Organic, but I will be formulating my own oil soon. It's not for sale, it's just for me to use. I'll be formulating my own oil for soon. Currently, this is what I have, but I will be making my own soon, so I will be using my homemade oil. But that oil is not necessarily going to be any different from this. I just know how to make an oil myself. But if you don't know how to make an oil and if you don't want to really spend time making an oil, you can buy this. It is big, 6 ounce, and it is very affordable. I would recommend this. The oil that I'll be making will have this same ingredients in there. It's going to be an Ayurvedic earth oil, so if you ever need an oil, you can always grab this one. But after this wash day, my next wash, my own oil would be ready for me to use, so that's what I'll be using. But if you want an alternative, this one is a great alternative. I just wanted to come in and explain why I use 4 different types of dip conditioners or hair masks. First of all, I have particular ingredients that I am looking for in my dip conditioners, and I have not found one particular dip conditioner or hair mask that provides me with every single ingredient I am looking for. So the combination of the two that I use provide me with everything I am looking for in a hair mask and a dip conditioner. The first 2 dip conditioners or hair masks I use are primarily strength and protein based, and as a high porosity type 4 girl, I need these ingredients to reinforce my hair shaft by patching up weak spots and preventing breakage. So I need some type of protein heavy deep conditioners or strength heavy masks for my hair the first wash of the month. And as I have already explained in the previous clip, the 2 last one that I will be using for my hair are moisturizing and hydration focused, since I just used henna. So I'm about to mix my deep conditioners together. I always mix it in a bowl container. I don't mix it together and leave it there. It's only when I'm about to apply that I mix it together. So I'm going to take half of one into this and then half of the other into this, and I will mix it with the oil. So I will show you that part when I am done. Because it is my monthly, meaning my second wash day of the month, I already hennaed my hair, or I already used henna on my hair. So I am about to go in with the very moisturizing deep conditioner. So I'm going in first with the TGIN Honey Miracle Mask. And then I will go in with Shea Moisture's Honey Mask as well. All these are very thick hair masks, and that's how I like my hair masks to be, very thick and creamy. I will now mix it together with my hand. At this point, I will go in with my oil. I do not use my Amla oil that I use to pre-poo or pre-oil my hair before shampoo, because it has mineral oil in it, and mineral oil works as a strengthener or a sealant, not necessarily as a conditioning oil. So I use these herbs and this oil. These oils are very conditioning, so they are good. They're not necessarily sealing. Whereas if I go in and use mineral oil whilst I'm deep conditioning my hair, the mineral oil will go to my hair strands and coat it and not allow the deep conditioners to go in there. That's the issue with using mineral oil as a deep conditioner. So I'm going to add some oil to my mat. And I will mix it together with the finger. And this is what the finished product looks like. And now I will go in and take off my microfiber. And I just realized I don't have a hair tie here, so I'll go grab one. I got my hair tie, so I will tie my hair up. And at this portion, I am actually going to take out my plait or my braid, because I typically wash my hair. If you are new to my channel, I typically wash my hair in braids, particularly because my hair is just a lot. And if I don't wash it in braids, it will retangle up after detangling, and it will just be a lot. I also wash my hair in my kitchen sink, so it just makes life easier for me. So I will go in with the deep conditioner, starting from the ends, making my way up. Do not get the conditioner to your scalp. Conditioner is not supposed to be on your scalp. Conditioner is only supposed to be on your hair strands. So after applying enough, I will now go in with the oil again and apply it to the strands of my hair. So at this point, I am about to twist my hair. And I will take the next section and do the same thing. I'm actually going to grab the residue from this one and apply it to this one, because I don't want to waste products. Alright, I will go ahead and finish this side. Alright, so I am done with it. You guys can see my hair. This one is unraveling a bit, so I will fix it real quick. So this is what it looks like after I am done. I will now tie my hair up as usual. I will now go in with my heating cap or heated cap for 30 minutes. So this is what it looks like. Put it on like this, and I will plug it in typically. And the setting, you can set it as high as 80, and I don't know how many hours you can set it to, but I typically do it for 30 minutes. I typically deep condition my hair with heat for 30 minutes only. But yeah, I will sit down to do this, sit down in my dining room to do this. So yeah, so that's what I typically do for my deep conditioning. I will see you in my final rinse. So this is going to be my final wash day rinse. I am going to rinse it with apple cider vinegar. This is the one I get with the mother. I will link it down below for anyone who needs it. But I do not necessarily measure. I just pour a bit into the bowl. Actually, we're going to rinse the bowl a little bit, but pour a bit in there. This is how much I use. So like I let it settle at this portion of the bowl, and I mix it with hot water. So I use apple cider vinegar rinse as my last step in my wash day routine, because apple cider vinegar rinse balances my scalp's pH. After all that washing, my pH level would have increased, so I want the apple cider vinegar to bring it back to the normal level it needs to be. It also smooths my hair cuticles to reduce frizz, and obviously gently clarify any hard water residue that is still left, or any little thing that apple cider vinegar can get rid of. So I use that as a high porosity girl to reduce the high porosityness as much as I can of my hair. Alright, that is it. I will see you guys in my protective styling video.